This is episode 3A of Star vs. the Forces of Evil. This was the first episode that was really solely focused on Marco's character. I mean, Star still played a really big part in events, but it primarily focused on Marco. He's getting ready for a martial arts tournament against his rival, who he says is only so good at martial arts because his parents are rich and buy him expensive gear and private lessons. And we get some build-up kind of in the background throughout the episode of how intimidating this kid is supposed to be. And in practicing to take this kid on at the tournament, Marco accidentally breaks his arm. And Star tries to fix it with a spell that she pulled out of the instruction manual for her wand, which is the first time we heard about that, and they do address that in the episode. But even this spell manages to backfire, and it turns his arm into a big tentacly monster arm. Looked pretty cool, actually. And the monster arm seems to have something of a mind of its own, acting on some of Marco's desires, doing things that he normally wouldn't do, and it's super strong. And after the monster arm lashes out and protects the kid from bullying at school, Marco comes to really appreciate how useful it could be in defeating his rival. But Star kind of realizes that this arm is getting to Marco, so she's working on perfecting the spell to turn it back. Stays up all night doing it. In the meantime, we learn that the arm can actually talk to Marco and is evil. It's evil. It wants him to do evil things. He hasn't quite realized that yet, but it's pretty clear to the audience that it wants him to do evil things. So at the tournament, when this kid comes out, and it turns out he's like 8 years old, and yet the monster arm still pulls Loki on him, and even then wants to go a step further and disembowel him. It's actually pretty freaky. Like, I can see that there's some dark humor in this, but I found it more put-offish than funny. Though I did really enjoy the action scene where Marco is essentially fighting himself while Star tries to zap the arm back to normal and is turning other things throughout the room into arms. That was really funny. Very interesting visuals, which is something that I'm coming to realize that this show is very good at. Finally, the arm is turned back to normal. It's still broken, but it's back to normal. But the monster arm does tell Marco that he is now a part of him. And I'm really curious to see if that comes up later. Overall, not a great episode, but not a bad one either. I quite enjoyed it. That said, though, guys, if you have seen this episode, what did you think of it? Let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below. Either way, this has been AJ22, and I will talk to you guys later.